Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Just making sure I got a good, strong connection. Good. All right. Good day, leaders and soon to be leaders. Thanks for watching the Stressless Boss here live on YouTube. This space has been carefully crafted and dedicated to motivate, uplift, and educate you on the art of calm leadership. Whether you're leading a team at work, inspiring young minds at school, working in a hospital, driving trucks, or sweeping floors, or maybe you're even working in the corporate office, this is a space where we all can come together as one to make life a little less stressful and more enjoyable. So please stay tuned in as others join the room. Listen to the soft jazz of the Stressless Boss soundtrack. Hope you are doing good today. It's pretty nice here in Dallas. So welcome everybody that's in Dallas. If you're in the chat, please let me know where you're from. Let me know where you heard about this podcast. Please make sure you share that and just give me some feedback about how you think the show is. Again, this is the Stressless Boss. This is a place where we all can come together to make life less stressful, and more enjoyable. If you at work or you in the library or you working around somebody, please turn me down to have respect of those that are working. I have a lot to share. For those of you all that are in the gym, you working out, you outside walking, or you on your way to the house, on your commute back to the house, turn me up. I have a lot of great information to share with you today. And the topic of today is the path to power. The topic for today is the path to power. So before we get started, we're going to play some soft jazz. I want you to think about a couple things. I want you to ask yourself, how stressful was your day? I want you to think about the pain that you have on your shoulder. Is this something that you can handle? Maybe it is something you can handle. What if you got the solution? Maybe you got the solution to what's going on. Maybe you should try something new. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we have to try things that are new to help us progress to go forward. We can't get stuck into the old times and the old things that we're used to doing. It's 2025. We got to wake up and try something new. Most importantly, I want you to think about the stressor that you're dealing with at work. Is it within your control? Is it something that you can handle? Because sometimes we worry about things that we really can't even fix or we have any control over. If you don't, then you need to understand how to let things go. Sometimes moving on from things, moving past from certain situations can be really great. I'll put myself in as an example. When I first started this channel, I wasn't sure on what my message would be, how many people I would help, how many people I would reach. I just want to make sure that I'm helping people. I want to make sure that I'm giving the right type of quality and information out to people so that way they can grow. Because we're all dealing with stressful things at work. We're all dealing with bosses that get on our nerves. We're all dealing with a lot of people having a high amount of expectations for us that we don't even know. So it's okay. I'm here. I just want to make sure that if you can't let something go, then just know that you got to move on. You can't stick around into the same situation. Sometimes it's time to make a change. Sometimes it's time for you to leave that place that you're working at and do something new. For those of you that have not updated your resume, please make sure you stop by guestcareerservices.com. They have an undeniable resume package with one-on-one coaching that can help you out for less than $20. All right, if you can't get that done and you need more, let's say for instance you don't have a resume, they also have a $40 package for people that do not have a resume. And if you want to take a step higher, they have an executive package, which allows you to create up to 3 to 5 different resumes, 3 to 5 different cover letters, along with coaching. They are doing interview coaching, and I promise you, you can't deny the price. As you're listening to the Stressless Boss soundtrack, I want you to share your thoughts in the chat. I want you to get cozy in your seat, sit your shoulders back and relax, and let everybody know that Stressless Boss is on. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. It helps the channel to grow, and we want to make sure that we're moving and communicating effectively in this space. All right. just take this time to stress and unwind. Welcome, family. Welcome, friends. Welcome, leaders and soon to be leaders. Just take this time to listen to the Stressless Boss soundtrack before we get started with my message. All right, welcome back, leaders and soon to be leaders. Again, thanks for watching the Stressless Boss. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, the title of this live episode is The Path to Power. The Path to Power. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's right. The path to power. As my grandfather used to say, there's power in his hands. All right. There's power in these hands. Each and every one of you that have these right here, you got power. All you got to do is put it to work. All right. Now, I've always had this saying, always, while I was at work, when I was leading the team, I've always said, do you have power? All right. And I used to say that in a funny way because I wanted people to understand whenever they had something to fix, they would call me. But I wanted them to understand that it was kind of like a teachable moment for me to explain, do you have power? We all do. We all have the willpower to get things done. We might not know everything there is to know, but we do have the power to get it done. And the funny part is, whenever they would need something to be fixed and they didn't have a solution, that would be my number one saying, which is why I came up with this title for today, The Path to Power. But before we get started, I always want to start with the Word of God. All right. Anytime you guys tune in here to the Stressless Boss, we will always start with the Word of God. No matter what happens, no matter what setbacks I might have, no matter what issues, technology, sound, music, as long as my message get across, that's all I want to happen. All right, we're gonna start from the book of Colossians, chapter 3, 23. Whatever you do, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart. Okay? Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as for you're working for the Lord. Okay? That's Colossians 3 and 23. All right, I'm gonna give you a minute to soak in on that, okay? Before we dive in, before the Stressless Boss dive in, remember that whatever you do it with all your heart because you're working for the Lord. I know a lot of us, we wake up every day, as I said before, we don't know what we're going to get into. Like You don't know what you're going to experience on your on your route to work. You don't know if you're going to hit traffic. You don't know if your boss going to send you tons of emails or you're going to get called into the office. We have no clue what will happen when you go to work. But you have to have faith. You have to say to myself, no matter what's going on, I want to make sure that I know who I'm working for. And you're working for the Lord. It's not for your human master. We have to remember that. All right. The Bible says, whatever you do, that's right. Whatever. Now, don't take that whatever the wrong way, okay? Don't take that the wrong way. All right. I hope that doesn't go viral. I hope that content doesn't get, you know, snipped or whatever. But what they mean by whatever, I'm pretty sure that it means something positive and constructive, okay? Meaning that whatever you do it with all your heart. And I know sometimes we have a heavy burden on us before we leave home. If you have kids, I understand if you just have a whole lot of expectations. You're working in a new position, you've been hired for a new role, and you're not sure what it is that you'll be doing the next day. But I'm here to tell you and share with you that whatever you do, just make sure that you do it with your whole heart. Okay. Make sure that you have a positive and constructive mindset when you're doing that. I know sometimes we like to do things halfway. Leaders, if you're trying to do things halfway, your boss gonna find out, your manager's gonna find out, the team that you're leading, they're going to find out. Because if you're a leader, you should be watching your sheep. You should be paying attention to what your sheep, where they're going, what they're getting into, the type of pastures that they're going into. You should be looking out for their safety. All of those things are very important for a leader. So whatever you do, leaders, make sure you do it with all your heart, even when your boss isn't looking, even when you know that employee that's always watching you, seeing what you're doing, watching how you're leading the team. Just make sure that you're doing it with all your heart. All right. It doesn't mean, when you see yourself, you almost got it and you just give up because 5 o'clock hit. I know a lot of us, we had that issue. A lot of us see things and it's like, hey, okay, it's 5 o'clock. Let me just give up and go. Don't be that person. Be the type of leader that wants to care about and create other leaders. I spoke about this before in other podcasts that I've shared. Leaders in 2025, they're not really making leaders anymore. We have leaders that are getting paid for a title that they have. They're not trying to inspire you. They're not trying to uplift you. They're not trying to teach you the art of calm leadership. That's why you got me, the Stressless boss. I want to be here to give you guys little nuggets every time I go live to share something from the heart. It takes a lot of work. I'm diving off a little bit. It takes a lot of work to go live. It's not an easy task. It's not something that you can just wake up one morning and get together. It takes work, but it's okay as long as you have faith and you have support, you have family, you have friends. No matter what you do, it's all up to you. One thing I had to learn this week, I had a little setback. I got a little bit discombobulated this week. I had a lot of things on my plate that needed to get done for the business, but I allowed that to get to me and I wasn't able to move forward with the things that I knew I needed to do. So one thing I can be an example to express to everyone, just know that you can do it, but you got to get this right first. Once you get your mind right, once you get yourself in line, once you remove all the distractions, you're able to then see the path ahead. It's hard to see things ahead of you when you got so many different distractions. When you got Instagram, when you got YouTube, when you got Facebook, we have all these different social media that's continuing to feed us. And that goes back into the topic too. A lot of us, we're not giving our all 100%. We're not doing everything with our whole heart because we're so concerned about outside things versus what the goal is. And I would encourage everyone, anybody that I meet, that I come across, I want to make sure that I inspire them and let them know that you can do it. You're the only one that's in the way, but you got to do it with all your heart. Okay. And I know sometimes, some of us, like whenever I go to Walmart, I'm human just like you guys. I'm not anyone special. I got my hands, feet, eyes. God has blessed me. But I do know that some of us, we have an issue getting things done. And if you just take a moment to think about it, we all have things that we probably known that we should have did yesterday, some things that we should have did a month ago, some things that we know we need to do tomorrow. I'm just encouraging you to let you know that you can do it. I believe in you. The Stressless Boss is here to let you know you can do it. It's no problem. Just give it your all. Do it with all your heart. As Colossians 3 and 23 said. Whatever you do it with all your heart because you're working for the Lord, not your human master. Just remember that. Even though God created everybody, everybody isn't always able to do everything, right? And that's why we should be helping others. As I talk about this space here on YouTube, the Stressless Boss, it is a place that has been carefully crafted and is dedicated to motivate you, uplift you, and teach you the art of calm leadership. It is a place where I would like to see everybody come together to help each other out when they're dealing with stressful times at work. So if you're over looking at the chat right now, please take a moment to express what issues you're dealing with at work. Hopefully one day we can come on live. I would like to bring some cast members, some guests up here so we can actually talk about and break down some of the issues that we're having at work. It's hard to find spaces like this. A lot of people that haven't started watching this live, a lot of people that don't know about this live, please share it with them. For this is a positive place to motivate individuals and let them know you're not in this alone. You got the Stressless Boss here. All right. Some people today, we have issues getting things done. Some of us, all we do is make excuses. Sometimes all we do is lay up in the bed and scroll, sit up on the toilet and scroll. We looking on TikTok. We outside on the porch, scrolling. We're in the back seat, scrolling. There is so much more success out there than scrolling. Matter of fact, I think scrolling is the worst thing people can do. But if you notice, all these social media companies, they want you to scroll. They want you to like. Just like we're here on YouTube. We're here, but people, we need to be using what we have in a positive, constructive way that's going to personally benefit you. But just know that I'll be here with you. And sometimes it's challenging for us to live a stressless life because we don't have a community, because we don't have people we can rely on. Some of us, we're looking for that fast gratification. We want everything to happen right now. And when you think about it, it doesn't happen right now at work. The things that you want change, the pay that you're looking for, the position that you're looking for, the interview, the promotion that you're looking for. People, these things don't happen overnight. This YouTube channel is the first of all kind. There isn't another page out there or live that allows people to come to and be reminded on how stressful they are at work and how we can make it a little bit better and enjoyable. But that's why you have me here, the Stressless Boss. I want to be here to guide you and motivate you and uplift you in every way that I can possible. But in order for you guys to live a stressless life, you have to do things with your whole heart. You have to. You have to understand what master that you're trying to serve. In 2025, we have a lot of bosses that I said before, they just got titles. That's all they got. They got titles and a paycheck. And that's why God tells us that we're not here to serve the human master. We're here to serve the Lord. We're not here to always seek gratification from your boss at work. How y'all think I became the stressless boss? It was only God that gifted me with this idea to say, Daniel, you need to be here for the people. You need to be here to encourage people that are having stressful days at work. So just remember, do it with all your heart. We're not here to serve the human master. You're here to serve God. So just because your boss isn't giving you all the gratification that you're looking for, make sure you know that God is looking down upon you. And another thing, if you still feel like you don't have what it takes to make your boss happy, make sure you go and update their resume at www.guestcareerservices.com. All right. And even there, you will find God. Don't settle. Don't do that. That's the worst thing that I think we could do. Knowing that you're going to work every day and you're being miserable, all you're doing inside your soul is you're allowing a place to eat inside of you. You're allowing this place to make you the type of person you don't want to be. So just remember, you do not have to be stuck. There are endless opportunities, but you are the only factor that can stop yourself from growing. Nobody else can be at fault for your growth besides yourself. So make sure you update your resume, your cover letter, you update your LinkedIn account, you make sure you're practicing and you're preparing for your next journey. Okay? So of course, a lot of times when I ask the question, do you have power to my employees? What I'm implying is that are they really available to learn something new? So sometimes we have to wonder, if I don't have the power and if I don't know everything, then maybe I should be learning something new, right? And that's a great question. I want you guys to ask yourself that. Do you have an issue with learning something new? Do you? You can put it in the chat. If you don't have an issue with learning something new, just say no. And maybe you'll be a little bit perfect. But in God's eyes, you're not. There's a lot of information that we can learn. You don't have to know the scriptures. You don't have to know the Bible back and forth. All you need to do is have faith and put forth the work. It's fine. Learning something new, right? That's a great question, and it's a powerful one, okay? Learning something new is just not about, gaining knowledge. We have a lot of people going to school right now. They're getting a PhD, they're getting their master's degree. People, all we're doing is going more and more and more in debt. We have to understand who we're serving. I'm not saying that going to school to get your PhD and your master's is an issue. All I'm speaking of is understanding what you're doing it for and why you're doing it. What purpose are you going to fulfill while you're getting your PhD? Is the PhD and the master's degree and the bachelor's degree, is it your purpose? Is it something that God has ordained in your heart to do? Or is it something that you're trying to do to gratify your friends, your mom, your boss at work? It's very important to understand your purpose. Learning something new is really about growth It's about how you can adapt to things. It's also about unlocking your full potential. It's all right to learn something new. I don't think that we're meant to always just be stuck in one area of our life. It's okay to say, hey, this not working for me. Let me try something else. You don't have to be stressed. There is no reason you should be stressed. It's okay to pray sometimes. It's okay to call someone. It's okay to email me. It's okay to visit my YouTube channel and just calm your nerves and listen to the Stressless Boss podcast. You don't have to be stressed. Just tune in. All right, number one, I want to talk about for the path of power is you have to make sure you understanding your personal growth. As I said before, many people are going to school, getting in debt, earning a college degree, bachelor's degree, master's degree, PhD, MBA, all of that good stuff. That's along the lines of personal growth because what you learn, it stretches your mind. It builds up your aptitude to accept information. But if you notice, when you are in school, when you grew up from elementary to high school to college, your whole focus was school, 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 education, books, reading, papers, all of that good stuff. Nowadays, it's no longer like that. Everything now is digital. You have cell phones, you have Snapchat, you got YouTube, of course, we got Instagram, we have all these different things that we're learning. I was watching uh this Facebook meme that my wife was sharing with me, and she was saying how when some of us get Facebook, we're like, how do you do this? How do you send a like button? How do you share the picture? Okay, somebody sent me a tag. How do you look at it? Okay, somebody hearted my comment. How do I comment back? All of this stuff is personal growth. All of these things are particularly enabling us to learn new information. But what new information do we really need, people? Do we need to know how to operate Facebook 100%? Do we need to know how to operate Instagram 100%? Do we need to know how to operate YouTube 100%? You have to figure that out for yourself. You have to try to understand what it is that's for you, that's along the lines of your purpose. Learning something new, it helps. It helps you a lot because there are a lot of different things in the world that are going on. But sometimes we got to break out. We got to break out from our normal routine. We got to stop doing the same thing over and over that's not giving us any type of results. I said that before in my past podcast. Trying. You got to test yourself. You got to look at the results. It's about you. All right. You gotta intercept and take in what you're doing. You got to look at what's happening. You just can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. You got to develop new perspective. Remember, every new skill adds to your personal toolkit. It's like a toolbox. When you learn new things, you grow. You have new skills. I'm thinking about getting a certification. Once I get that certification, that's going to be a new tool in my toolbox. I just want to make sure that when y'all understand point number one, personal growth, you have to make sure that it's operating within your vision, and you need to be confident in that. I have to make myself confident to get before you every day before I even go live on YouTube. It's a confident type of thing, but you have to understand it's your vision. All right, point number two, you got to keep your brain sharp. On this path of power, you can't have all these different distractions. Your brain is like a muscle. It's like a muscle. You have to exercise it. You got to stimulate that thing. You got to work on your memory. You got to work on your strength. You got to work on your problem solving abilities. There's a lot of things that go into that. And I know a lot of us, we're all at different ages. We are different age brackets. Some of us are in our teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. I know it's hard to keep our brain sharp, but the way of doing that is you have to discipline yourself and separate all of those distractions, because learning again, it stimulates your mind. What you feed your mind, what you listening to, the people you have around you, they all affect you. So you got to keep your brain sharp. Number two, number three, you want to build adaptability. When you go through changes in life, when you get a new position, when you apply for a new position, you got to update your resume for that position. You got to make sure you change particular things on your resume that's suited to that position that you're looking for. So when you're on your path to power, you have to understand how to adapt. The world is continually changing, time, day. Like I say every time I get on here, the time always ticking. But what are you doing? How are you adapting to the time? How are you prepared to adapt? Sometimes it means you got to shift your career. Sometimes it means you got to get into a new position. Sometimes it means you got to go and help your mom. You got to help your brother, your sister, your nephew, your niece. Sometimes we have to adapt, people, in order to understand the power that we have in our hands and our abilities. All of these things, it goes to point number 4. It boosts your confidence. Okay? It boosts your confidence. When you work on your personal growth, when you keep your brain sharp, when you build adaptability, it boosts your confidence. You have those 3 things to focus on continuously to make sure you're mastering something new. It also gives you a great sense of achievement. Like, I can't explain how many times I go to the gym and my wife is like, hey, baby, you got to do those pull-ups. You got to hit those pull-ups. And I think to myself every time, man, I'm burnt. I'm burnt out. I really can't do this right now. It's really hard for me to do this right now. But you know what? When I do it, my mind says I did it. And that feeling, it feels so good to know that I actually did something that I thought I couldn't do. But again, when you build that adaptability and you have people around you and you're shifting your life and you're handling different challenges in life, people will embrace you. People will come around. Your family will come around. Your uncles will come around. Your aunties will come around. Your daughter, your sons. People will come around when you try to adapt to the times that are changing. And again, it's just going to boost your confidence. Once you establish that sense of achievement, it's nothing that's going to stop you from the rest of these points that I'm going to go over. Nothing that's going to stop you. Once you have that confidence to know, yo, I did it, nothing is going to stop you, okay? You're going to be unstoppable. But you got to make sure you focus on those first 3 points. You got to work on that personal growth. You got to keep your brain sharp. You got to build adaptability. And then you're going to be able to boost your confidence, okay? Once you get all that done, the next phase is going to be like baking a cake. All you're going to do is see it rise. Point number 5, open doors. Because of the new skills that you have learned, because of the adaptability that you have achieved, because of the confidence that you have gained, you will be able to lead into new opportunities. You can get a better job. We know we all want that, right? You can start a new side hustle. You can start doing DIYs, doing things on your own. You're going to start having more interesting conversations. It's gonna be an a plethora of things that you're gonna be able to learn. That's gonna shape you for tomorrow. There's gonna be a lot of doors that's gonna open, but that's the path that you're gonna go on when you're trying to get to power. Power is just not about the position. It's just not about the. It's just not about the title. What we gonna do here with the Stressless Boss? I want you to understand that character is everything. That's right. Character is everything. It's not about the money that you make. It's not about the car that you drive. It's not about the house that you have. You have to understand that your character is everything. Doors can open and doors will close because you have the wrong character. When you're in the right character and you're walking in faith and you understanding your purpose, you're confident, you've been working on adaptability, you've been working on your personal growth, you've been in your word, you've been trying to pray, you've been trying to read the word, you've been trying to do right. Once you work on those things, doors gonna open. But if your character ain't right, it's gonna kick you right back out. So make sure you understand that once you boost that confidence, doors gonna start opening. And the last point I'm gonna make today is once you work on these 5 things, your life is going to become more interesting. Okay, you won't be a boring person anymore. You won't be somebody that that one person at work that you don't want to be around. That one annoying family member that you don't like going to go see. That one friend girl that you don't like talking to because she's so annoying and she always talking about your business and her husband and all the kids and all that stuff. Like, you're going to be able to see life more interesting. Confidence is not easy. It's not easy. But when you're working on you working on adapting to the changes and you keeping your brain sharp, you ignoring all this BS that's going on, you working on your personal growth, it's gonna be life is gonna be a whole lot better. I encourage everyone, if you watching this, at least walk a mile a day. I think I go to the park and I walk with my wife, and I know we at least do probably about 5 miles a day, at least five. Now that's a lot. I'm not asking everybody to do 5 miles a day, but at least do a mile. Just start understanding that if you don't work on your personal growth, it's gonna be tough for you. If you can't get past you, then it's gonna be hard for you to get to these next steps. It's just gonna be very challenging. So I'll say at least walk a mile a day. Try to eat healthy. Try not to consume any fatty foods and high cholesterol. I know that's all we have around here, but just try to eat healthy. I just want to keep it real. I just that's just how we gonna roll over here. I want to keep it real. If you're not taking care of your health, it's just gonna be tough. You can't get to the path of power knowing that you blowed out, you're not taking care of yourself, you're not working out, you're not eating healthy, you're not reading, you're not talking to anybody, you're not engaging, you're not encouraging. It's just gonna be tough because your personal growth is gonna struggle. The only way you're gonna be able to live a stressless life is that you're going to have to work on yourself. Can't nobody fix you. It's okay to go to therapy. I'm a big advocate for therapy. It's a great thing. But I promise you, when you get to therapy, they're gonna say, have you practiced what we went over? They should be giving you some tools to guide you and help you become a better person. But if y'all don't like that, that's cool. But I'm gonna keep it real. The Stressless Boss is here to tell you the truth and give you the word. Life is going to get dull if you do not work on these 6 things, okay? It's just gonna get dull. It's going to stop becoming curious. You're gonna know everything that happens every day because your life gonna be boring. You're not working on yourself. you're not keeping your brain sharp, you're not building adaptability, you can't boost your confidence, no doors are going to open. So I'm encouraging you, continue to learn, continue to develop yourself. You got to want to have passion for you. The only person that's going to play this game of life every day is you. It should mean something to you. It should be something that you look forward to every day. I hope every day you give yourself a shout out. Every day you give yourself a self-talk and you say, you know what? I want to be successful. I want to be great. I want to be loved. I want to be appreciated. And then I want you to get to the point where you're saying, I am. I am appreciated. I am loved. I am dedicated to change. I am passionate about what I do for work. I enjoy going to work every day. I want you guys to get to that point in life. I want you to become like me, stressless. The only way you're going to be able to get there, you're going to have to walk by faith. You're going to have to make changes. As we close, I want everybody to understand this one thing. The one thing I want you to understand is success is not just a destination. Okay? It's not just something that you say, hey, I'm going to copy and paste everything that this person did to be great. It doesn't work. It's not that easy. Okay? You have to want to say, in order for me to be successful, I have to go on this journey. And you have to fulfill that journey with your gift, with your passion, with growth, with resiliency, with self-reflection. Just understand that the path to power, this is just a little motivation for the week, okay? Just a little motivation for the week. Just to rise you up a little bit higher, okay? So you can push forward and you can unlock your true potential. The path to power, you have all the things right here in your hand. All of it. All you got to do is put it to work. Just remember, success is not just a destination. It's a journey. There are things you have to go through. You will have powerful stories. You will be able to uplift people. You will have game-changing insight. There are things that I have experienced in my life that I will be sharing here on YouTube. If you guys stay connected with me and growing with me, we all have personal experiences. We all have personal things that we go through in life. But the best thing about this space, I want us to be able to share those things so we can make life less stressful and more enjoyable. I want to make sure that we are being impactful in our lives. I want to make sure that we're understanding what our purpose is, because there's much more to what you're doing now than what you will be doing later. If you continue to motivate yourself, you continue to uplift, you continue to challenge yourself on this journey to success. Success doesn't happen overnight. As I posted on my Instagram page, greatness is not easy. It is a strong challenge. It is something that you have to be passionate for. It is something that you have to have complete understanding with your growth walk. But I'm just here to encourage y'all as a Stressless boss. I want you guys to interact in the chat. Let me know how your day went. Let me know if one day you would love to come on live so we can talk about this one-on-one. Let me know any type of comments that you have. Like I said before, I love taking on the smoke. I have no problem with that, because the only way we're going to grow is I have to know what I'm doing and I can better serve my community. It's very important to me. It's very good for everyone to take the advice that I'm sharing and learning during this journey, because this is how you will become greater, more impactful in your journey, okay? So I want y'all to know that I'm here with y'all. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the love, all the family, the friends that have joined. Thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in here to the Stressless Boss live here on YouTube. I want you guys to understand that if you have an issue on your job, make sure you take the time to self-reflect. Think about what's going on, because you don't want that monster to build up inside of you. You don't want to have all of this negative energy while you're trying to do something positive. You got to clear all that out. You got to be able to think about yourself and say, hey, is there something I can do better? Did I learn something? Can I self-improve myself? Or do you need to remove yourself? And if you need to remove yourself, don't forget, update your resume, update that cover letter. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. The companies that we're working for in 2025, as y'all see, they're not as loyal as you think they are. Right now, I think I've read on YouTube and on Google where there have been 22,000 people in the military that has been laid off. They're looking for work. There are other people that work for other companies that have been laid off as well. So please be prepared for the changes that are coming. I know this is about the time where reviews are happening. If you notice you're not doing good, I'm encouraging you, please make sure you start searching and planning for your next place and understanding your purpose. Update their resume and update their cover letter. I really want to say thanks to everybody that has tuned in and watching this live here on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you guys have a very blessed day and a great week. And don't forget these 6 points. If you haven't written them down, I'm going to spit it out one more time. On your path to power, make sure you're working on number 1, your personal growth. Number 2, make sure you're keeping your brain sharp. Number 3, build adaptability. Number 4, boost your confidence. Number 5, doors will open. Number 6, life becomes much interesting. So as we close, I want to say thank you all for watching once again. And I'm out, the Stressless Boss. Y'all have a blessed day. Hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps the algorithm for YouTube. Thank you for watching the Stressless Boss here live on YouTube. Don't forget, update your resume at www.guestcareerservices.com.